Hello, Scorpio. So let's take a look at the characters in the storyline for the energy of Scorpio. All right, I feel like there might be some difficulty in these two main characters coming together. All right, so I see these two characters maybe having some difficulty getting on the same page because you have one who is trying to walk away from deceptive practices, one who is trying to walk away from taking advantage of others. And you have one who is still maybe behaving a little bit unorthodox. So, from what I'm picking up, I feel like these two people were, maybe at one time two peas in a pod, meaning that maybe they were, working together um, to do something that may not have been on the up and up. Maybe these two individuals felt like there was something that they could both get out of it, and so they were just working together. But I feel like one person has made a decision that they no longer want to participate in that. They're walking away from it. They no longer want to take advantage of others, whereas the other character, the other individual in this particular story, is not quite letting it go yet. I feel like whatever it was that they were engaging in, it's key to something. It was important. For some reason, I'm picking up keys to the kingdom. I feel like this is, someone was benefiting from whatever they were working together in, and one is just basically deciding to walk away from it. And it doesn't have to be something like outrageous or criminal or, because it sounds really like insidious the way the story is coming out. But it could have been something like, maybe one person, and this is important, but maybe it was just like they're players. Maybe one was a wingman and, the other one, the guy that was picking up people. And the other one's like, yeah, I don't want to do that. Or maybe it's like, I'm going to go have a real relationship and I'm not going to be your wingman, or, I've got other things to do. It could be something as simple as that. You can take it how it fits. Once again, these are just energies. It may not relate to you, but it could be indirectly or directly related to someone around you. So let's see what's going on in the background of this. Yes, it does have to do with relationships. So in the background of this, I believe it has to do with being a player of some sort. I feel like the two people are same sex. Doesn't mean that they can't be in a relationship together, but I feel like maybe one knew about some type of infidelity that the other one was doing and was going along with it and was kind of helping them out and hiding it and being the cover for them, and has decided that he no longer wants to do that. He no longer wants to be the cover person. He no longer wants to be participating in the deception of whoever the other party is in the relationship of the person who wants to continue to be a player and do that. So yes, secrets. So yeah, I feel like the first person who's walking away was being asked to keep a lot of things secret, because that's one of the primary prerequisites for that. Is if you're going to be someone's wingman or kind of be the cover for them, is that you have to hold a lot of secrets, particularly harmful and hurtful secrets. And so I just feel like this person may have felt like it was just too much. I'm picking up that it was too much to bear. Just this person's conscience was just eating him up. And he knew that he wasn't being true to his own inner truth, his own inner light, his own soul. And I think it just over time started to really, really weigh down on him. Really weigh down on him. And so that's partly why he decided to walk away from that. Yeah. He just wants to take a break from it. It's tiring. It is exhausting. I think he can't sleep at night, having to hold on to this information. I feel like it was in mind of these individuals very innocent and benign. A lot of people do this. It's certainly not something that ring a 5 alarm bell for these days, but it's certainly, for this individual, is something that is just not in alignment with his highest self, like the image that he would like of who he would like to be with some sense of morality and integrity. And so for that reason, he's no longer going to be participating in that. Okay. Let's get some more details about this. Yeah, playing around. I'm getting information. Yeah, it's just too much playing around. Maybe even this person was starting to experience some manifestation or synchronicities and things in his own life, and may have felt like there was some bad karma, and so that made him want to kind of step away from it, because you kind of get the energy that you put out. So I mean, I feel like maybe he was beginning to get the foreshadowing of that and just decided that it wasn't worth it. Yeah, so I've got the 7 heavenly virtues. So yeah, I feel like this individual, this character was just like, this is not, or exhibiting the characteristics of morality, ethics, goodness, truth, all of that. I think he began to feel like it was very backwards, and it went from a place of being, just playing around, just a guy thing, to becoming quite serious. I feel like the relationship of this other person, I feel like it may have actually been a marriage. I've got this Hierophant in reverse. So I feel like maybe the relationship maybe wasn't just, a dating situation and you've got multiple people that you're dating at the same time. I think it was an actual marriage. This other individual, who I feel is still engaging in that action, and he was being the cover for his married friend while he was engaging in adulterous activities, which I think changes it from, infidelity within dating. In our swipe left society, we don't really look at it so much like that, but within a marriage, I think it was really serious for him. Let's get something else. I feel like the person is married to a woman who really has a lot of faith in him as a husband, sees only the best in him, is a very peaceful person, has a very different idea of who this person is compared to who he is at night and when he's out and about, wild and free. And this friend who's walking away from this deception and his participation in this, he sees how destructive the other side of this married man is. So I feel like it's a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde situation. And so I think it took him some courage to walk away, because I feel like the relationship, the friendship definitely took a hit because of that. Because he took a stand and said, you know what, I'm not going to stand for this. I'm not going to just go along with this as if this were okay. So what is the resolution of this? Let's see how this story wraps up. We've got Legacy of Light. So I see, illumination. This is all about light. 2 cards speaking about light. Yeah. And TikTok. Yeah. In this situation, you've got 2 people who were, I think, really good friends, such good friends that, the one that was married felt comfortable enough to involve him in his adulterous affairs, and he was covering for him and helping him get away with a lot of this, and taking advantage of probably a really beautiful person inside and out, who just would not have assumed that somebody would have done that. I feel like this person who is married is also probably maybe a very religious person as well, from what I'm picking up. May even be very respected as a religious person, the way that they're coming across. And he's recognizing that, by participating in this, he's not leaving a legacy that he's proud of. And, I feel like he just wants to move more toward the light. And we need both the light and the dark, but I feel like this person felt like it was definitely becoming out of balance and disproportionate. He just couldn't do this any longer. It had been going on for too long. Maybe there was this belief that maybe over time this would just die out on its own. It would become something that would just kind of fizzle out, and then they could just wipe it under the rug and just keep moving. But I think he began to recognize that the more that this friend would engage in these behaviors, kind of the worse it got. The more he got away with, the more he wanted to do. And it was getting more and more heinous each time, more and more offensive. And closing this out, we've got one friend who's decided to do the right thing, no longer participate in helping someone get away with deception and adultery. Thank you for joining me on this video, and I will see you next time on Days of Your Lives Tarot.